It's Freedom Friday. It's Freedom Friday. We're gonna celebrate. It's Freedom Friday. Today we are in the last installment of how I healed my depression naturally. Drug-free is the way to be. Here we go. And welcome to Freedom Friday, where you learn how to free yourself and live your dreams. Before I turned on, I have to say this, before I hit record, I felt this overwhelming abundance of love for you. And I just have to express that. And I trust and believe that you feel that. So I love y'all. And I just feel grateful to be able to have love in my heart. And so there's that. But I want this to be the conclusion to how I healed my depression naturally, because, well, frankly, I could probably go on forever about how I healed my depression naturally, because I think that life just goes on forever, and I learn so much every day in a lot of things, and I could, you know, it could change from how I healed my depression to how I just heal any bit of suffering, and then what I look at as suffering becomes a little bit different, and just having a slight annoyance, you know, depression, this big giant thing, can become smaller and smaller and smaller to just picking through your energy with a fine-tooth comb and going, oh, there's a little bit of an annoyance there. How do I heal that? How do I fix that? How do I get rid of that? How do I, you know, embrace that with my love and shift my perception of that? And then the world, it's like you tune in, right? You click, tune, and then the world gets a little clearer. And it's really cool. And that is what I want for you. That is what I want for you in healing your own depression. I want you to have your own intention, of course, but when you've never had that wonderful, incredible, enriching feeling in life, you don't even know to ask for it, you know? So I want to, my hope right now in speaking about this is that I expand your horizon a little bit, and I want you to tune out of depression and into that truth of who you are. Tune out of depression and into truth. Oh, I said a prayer before I got on here to speak through me, Spirit, and I'm on a roll right now. But I want you to tune out of depression and into truth. And each shift, minor little shift that you have within yourself, within your perception, each minor little shift that you have within your perception of your mind, the world becomes clearer. You tune in a little bit better. And I'm not even kidding you, literally, colors get brighter, more vivid. You start to see the world in high def. And you start to feel the world with depth, right? And I want to, man, I'm on a roll right now. This is good, all right? But having been so depressed, right? If you're watching this, then you obviously know depression, or you know somebody who knows this, but the people who know depression, you know about depth, right? There is some sort of enjoyment in depression. That sounds crazy, but what a beautiful way to look at it. There's such a depth, and you become a deeper person when you quote suffer through depression. You understand You explore the darkness in life. And there is something, maybe it's because I've suffered with depression, but there is something, maybe it's because I'm an artist, you know, there's that, what is the term for the artist that just that deep, agonized artist? There's something beautiful about that. There's something really beautiful about depression. Ooh, isn't that crazy? I just said that. There's something really beautiful about the darkness. There's something really beautiful about the depth of the darkness, right? And it kind of deepens you. And it's a beautiful thing. And I want to tell you that that depth is possible in the light as well. And holy shit, it is way better. It feels so good. That kind of depth that you experience in depression, that depth, that expansion into the darkness. It's what we're doing when we're so depressed. We are on some level, maybe some soulful level. Yeah, we are on a soulful level experiencing the depths of darkness. And there's something romantic about it. It's strange, but there is. There's something appealing to me about it. Otherwise, I wouldn't have gone into it so deeply. And there must be something appealing to you. There is an art. And as an artist, you see the guitars behind me. I'm a singer-songwriter. As an artist, I have been able to find the art in the darkness. But there is art in the light. Woo! And it's beautiful. So, with this being said, I want to go into my point, my last point for how to heal your depression. And I just gave an example of it. If you've been watching my last 7 videos, I hope that you noticed the theme that to heal your depression is to heal your mind. That in order to heal yourself of your depression is very possible to do, I promise you that, is to shift your perception. It's to shift your perception about depression, right? What I just did, I just showed you how to appreciate your depression. And when you appreciate your depression, or you appreciate the darkness, or you appreciate the contrasting experience, and you find the art in everything, when you know, art usually is so much better when there's contrast. And I literally just showed you what it feels like to appreciate that darkness, to shift your perception about depression. And it feels so different, doesn't it? It feels like, ooh, it feels like depression has a richness about it rather than an emptiness, which is what we perceive a lot with depression. It feels empty, right? Oh, why don't we feel deep? Why don't we appreciate where we are right now in this moment? And if you are in depression, why not just appreciate it? Why? Because it feels so much better to do. So to heal your depression is to become, not necessarily, you don't have to become the master of your mind, but I want you to begin the journey of becoming the master of your own mind. And I want your life to become that journey of becoming the master of your own mind. And that's how I did it. I began to realize that life is a projection of my own mind, that I've created everything I see through my perception because I decided to think that when I see this person, I think bad thoughts and it feels bad inside of me. And then I feel bad when I'm with them, or when I look at this situation and I decide to be happy about, or I decide to think thoughts that are positive, that create good feelings within me, that is a whole different perception, and that I can look at anything. I have the power. You have the power to look at anything and decide to think positive thoughts about it that will create joy within you. And when you have been so depressed for so long, the only currency, the true currency for you in your life is joy. And when joy has become your currency, you have the power to do anything. Why? Because you have the power to choose the thoughts that create joy. You have the power to choose the thoughts that create joy. And when you are stuck in depression, don't get me wrong, that shit happens, okay? We get stuck in a depressive episode. It can last for 3 days. It can last longer. It could last for a minute. It could last however long if you can continue to fuel the thoughts that create bad feelings. But what if we take that depression and we do what I just did and say, I am grateful for the depthness, I don't know if that's a real word, the depthness of this depression. I am grateful to know that in the depthness of this depression, there is a possibility to experience the light with this kind of depth, with this kind of richness. And then start to think about what that richness might feel like. Even just being grateful for the fact that you have been so incredibly depressed that even the slightest bit of light will be better than this, right? That when you get that slightest bit of light, you can be even more grateful because the depression has created that depth within you. We can be grateful for our depression. Sounds fucking crazy, doesn't it? Holy shit, would we all not just be so free? Would we all not just be so free if we learned to appreciate our own depression? That sounds wackadoodle, radical. It's radical. I'm looking at my book right now, Radical Forgiveness, right in front of me on my altar. It's a good book. You should read it, by the way. But it's radical. It's radical. But you and I, we are pioneers in the mental health industry. Let's be pioneers, right? Let's be the ones to say, I don't have a mental illness. I can cure myself and I appreciate my depression. Holy shit. Let's be pioneers. And I don't want to, let's not focus on removing the stigma, yada, 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 yada. Then we're fighting the negativity. Let's not fight the negativity. Let's just appreciate where we are right now. I feel like I could go on and on and on forever and ever and ever, but I want you to savor that. I want you to savor the richness. I want to talk about a few things with how I'm structuring my business right now. DariaWaken.com is transitioning to DarienneEmpire.com. I'm doing a lot of transitioning because I've experienced some things in business that aren't quite aligned with me. So I'm just I'm tuning, shifting things in my business just as I do with my life, with my mind, just as you can do with yours, and it's amazing. But what I've noticed is now that I'm nearing 1,000 subscribers on YouTube, which is incredible. It's incredible. 1,000 of you that have connected with what I've said enough to inspire you to click subscribe. I have even more people that have subscribed to my mailing list, Freedom Friday, which is the email list that you guys get. But what I've been getting a lot of recently, and I think that I have enough people here, I think that there's enough of us now, and we're really getting a crowd. I have thousands of other followers and other platforms, and lots of views I've been getting, which is incredible. And I think I've been getting a lot of emails asking questions. Lots and lots of emails. I mean, it's like almost, in the last few months, it's probably like almost every day I'm getting emails of people asking me questions. And I love answering your questions, absolutely. But I think that it's an opportunity to take those questions, because I'm sure that when you're asking me a question, you're representing a lot of people that probably have the same question. And I would really love to be able to take the opportunity to answer the questions live. Not live, but on video for public. And allow everybody to benefit from the answer. Because you guys have a lot of amazing questions, and I have had a lot of experiences that are able to answer those questions from a soulful place, a truthful, aligned place within me, as aligned as I can be in those moments. So I want you to start submitting questions. Yay! And on Freedom Friday, we can start to do like little Q&A stuff. And so I'm going to have you start doing that. So in order to submit your questions, go to darryawakened.com. Links in the description. And you know what? I'll just give you a little link that will go right to my contact page so that you can submit a question. And just know that the question will be answered. I'm not sure if I'm going to like read your emails verbatim. Maybe you could specify if you feel comfortable with that. I want you to feel comfortable, and I don't want to be just putting you on blast, because a lot of times you guys, you know, I want you to know that when you email me, it is in absolute confidence, and I'm not going around telling everybody that so-and-so just emailed me and this is what we talked about at all. I want you to know that there is that absolute level of confidence. So if you feel comfortable saying, yes, you know, I'm totally comfortable with you reading this email on Freedom Friday, or reading this question on Freedom Friday, and then I can answer it for you right on Freedom Friday, so that you can know that you, in searching yourself, are helping thousands of people. How incredible is that? And then I get to do that as well, and I get to share, because I like to know what your questions are. I know what my questions are, and I just come on, whatever inspiration I have, I just flow. This is me just chit-chatting. But I want to know what your questions are. I want to be able to serve you more, you know, and that's why I'm here. I love this. I enjoy this. I thoroughly enjoy talking to all of you. You ask me questions on YouTube. You ask me questions on darryawakened.com, on my email. You ask me questions all the time. So why not answer these questions on Freedom Friday so that the entire world can benefit from the answer, and from just me tuning and shifting that little perception of how to look at things a little bit differently. I would love that. Also, I've been periscoping. So if you are on Periscope, that shit is fun. Oh my God, I periscoped yesterday morning, and there was like 100 people. It was my second Periscope ever. There was like 100 people on live with me, and I was like, this is the coolest thing ever. I love it, because I could just chat with you guys live, and it's so much fun. So follow me on Periscope. If you're not on Periscope, get on Periscope. It's a lot of fun. It really is. And follow some really cool people. Whoever you follow on Twitter usually goes over. You can just transfer that. So make sure you're following good people, because there are some weirdos on there. But if you follow the right people, you tell the universe exactly what you want, it will come to you. So Darienne Empire, that is my handle. And yeah, go follow me, because I'm probably just going to randomly Periscope about random shit. And I did a Periscope where I sang a song. So you might get me singing some songs for you, which is a rarity for me. I don't really do that. And I'm molding my two businesses together. As you know, it's been a process. January 1st is my goal for Darienne Empire being out. And that will be such an incredible platform, an incredible resource for you. That's what I want it to be. I want it to be a place to just inspire you. I want you to be able to go to Darienne Empire, find all of me, and be entertained, enjoyed, uplifted, inspired, feel a sense of community, feel like, you know, this is where you belong. And I just want you to feel that. So that is my goal and I'm cultivating that, I'm creating that on Darienne Empire. So, yeah. Oh, and I just want to mention this super quickly because I'm not feeling like I should talk too much about it, but I have decided, or I'm deciding to do coaching for depression, and I want to call it Slay Your Dragons coaching, and it will be one-on-one coaching to help to coach you out of depression and into your dreams. If that sparked any interest in you, I have lots of details about it. It's still brewing what it's actually going to be. It's just an idea that I just kind of had. But it really feels good to me to be able to coach you out of your depression and help you to retrain your brain to be able to appreciate the depression and overcome it. If that sparks any interest in you, you can go to that same link or email me to contact me, Dari@DariAwakened.com, and ask about it if you want to be coached out of your depression and into your dreams, because that's awesome. Okay. So I'm done chatting. I hope that in the beginning of this video you got lots and lots and lots and lots. And I love you guys. I love what we are becoming. I love this community that we are creating. I love that y'all mofos jive with me. I love that I can be me, and that the more me I am, the more people that are in line with me are attracted to me. I love that we have found each other. I love that I can help you. I love that you uplift me. I love that I uplift you. I love it all. I love it all. And life is beautiful. It's a beautiful fall day. I think I'm going to paint some pumpkins today because it's October and Halloween's coming, and that'll be fun. So there it is. I love you guys, and I'll see you next week. Mwah.